Hey friends, I'm Emma. Welcome back to the show. Please hit that subscribe button and give this episode a thumbs up. Devoted fans of the hit reality show Sister Wives have watched the Brown family go through a lot over the show's long run, whether it's Janelle Brown's new home or Mary Brown's catfishing fiasco. And her argument that Cody Brown wanted her out of the picture, Sister Wives always leaves audiences questioning what will happen next. The show's scandalous relationships have also been a favorite among fans, who have often questioned whether any of the children of Cody would take after him and be polygamous. In spite of all the doubts about divorces and whether Cody's former wives would ever get into another plural marriage, one thing about Sister Wives always seemed sure, until now. Fans were shocked by Cody Brown's latest admission regarding his marriage to Robyn Brown, a marriage many thought was solid. Cody Brown candidly admitted that he had considered leaving Robyn Brown and dissolving their marriage. Ever since Mary Brown's catfishing scandal broke, it was instantly apparent that the dynamic of the Brown family had changed. In the months, weeks, and years that ensued, Cody's relationships with a number of family members deteriorated. During the peak of the Brown family's popularity, Cody had 4 wives and close relationships with all of his children. Now, he is estranged from some of his children for a variety of reasons and is left with just one wife. Considering how much has transpired, it would seem to be impossible that things could possibly get worse for the Brown family. But somehow, they did. On the 19th season of Sister Wives, Cody shocked viewers when he shared that he had thought about leaving his marriage to Robyn Brown. During that episode, Cody confirmed that he felt he was behaving badly towards Robyn, and that's what led him to consider divorcing her. He revealed that on days when Robyn was not treated fairly, he actually considered leaving her completely. While Cody's confession came as a shock, it's vital to realize it in the complete context of his statements. The fact that Cody almost ended up with no wives at all is quite surprising, given what got him famous in the beginning. Nevertheless, it's clear Cody is thankful that he remained married to Robyn. This is evident from how he explained just how self-destructive he was during that time. Prior to the time he admitted to considering divorcing Robyn, Cody described, "I've been in plural marriage for so long, and marriage was my sole focus. When we failed at it, I began sabotaging myself." Given our information regarding Cody's life during the past few years, it's obvious he has experienced tremendous upheaval. U.S. Weekly reports that Robyn Brown and Cody Brown have multiple children in common. Robyn initially accepted David Dayton Preston, Aurora Alice, and Brianna Rose from her prior unions. And then Robyn and Cody gave birth to 2 children together, Solomon Brown and Ariella Brown. Solomon and Ariella were born subsequent to Robyn and Cody's marriage. Cody, in the Sister Wives show, explained that he considered leaving Robyn since all the chaos had pushed him into a dark place mentally. "I began self-destructive behavior because I was so broken," Cody confessed. He went on talking about his affection for Robyn when explaining the destructive pattern their relationship had gotten into. Following 3 failed marriages, Cody acknowledged he was infuriated, an anger that he confessed to his sole remaining wife on that Sister Wives show. Cody's rage ignited a cycle that put even further stress on his marriage to Robyn. "Because I was angry, you were pulling away from me," he explained. "And because you were pulling away, I wasn't just experiencing the anger of that rejection. I was lugging the anger of all the failures of our plural marriage. All of this was making me have really dark thoughts about us." Evidently, according to Cody's own testimony, Robyn was profoundly hurt by his self-destructive actions. With that in mind, it's no wonder Cody felt so remorseful for where he went dark and how much it hurt Robyn, because, as he confessed, it wasn't fair to her. On the same episode of Sister Wives, Robyn Brown also shared about a decision she made that she felt compromised her marriage to Cody. Robyn talked about her marriage to Cody during the April 2025 episode as summarized in an article by People. She explained that she made a decision that, in her view, weakened her connection with Cody. When Robyn and Cody married, Cody was already husband to 3 other women. Robyn had to find her place within a Brown family that had already been established for many years. There was already a Brown family rule when she married Cody, however. And while filming for Sister Wives, Robyn complained about it. This was something that Cody, Mary, Janelle, and Christine had agreed on prior to me joining the family, she said, not to display affection around each other. Robyn added that she always felt that was a bad call. She then detailed her reasons, detailing how she felt the rule ultimately damaged each of Cody's marriages. I think it made Cody feel isolated, she said. And I think it made each of us wives feel a little isolated too. Affection, Robyn explained, gives comfort to a relationship, allowing the couple to feel safe and secure. In plural marriage, she added, there's already so much insecurity because of all the sharing. Robyn thought that if Cody were permitted to express affection, or if the wives were permitted to express it to him, then it would have made all the wives feel safer and more at ease. A long time ago, the Brown family represented the challenges and vows of plural marriage, nestled in the very center of the American Southwest, ringed with rolling deserts and looming red rocks. Millions of viewers watched as their lives unfolded. A life that showed the trials and victories of a family tied not only by blood, but by a common belief in a way of life that few could ever fully comprehend. The Browns set out on a mission to build an unconventional family unit, one based on faith and unity. The patriarch, a devout man, accepted plural marriage as a means to spiritual satisfaction and family wealth. Each of the wives contributed her own set of strengths and individual history, making a household full of children, problems, and treasured memories. But with the passing of time, cracks in the foundation began to appear. The initial harmony began to dissipate. Internal tensions and the burden of public opinion started to wear away the cohesion of the family. Old choices, such as the ban on public displays of affection, disclosed their unforeseen effects. One wife, especially, bore the weight of loneliness, thinking that the lack of open affection increased the family's feelings of isolation and disconnection. As personal struggles intensified, the patriarch, who was once the family's stable anchor, now struggled with the consequences of multiple failed marriages. He caught himself looking inward, doubting the foundation of his beliefs. Cody confessed to having dark, gloomy moments, even contemplating breaking off his final remaining relationship. Not because he didn't love them, but because he was profoundly broken. The next generation, growing up within this intricate family dynamic, had their own set of issues. The tragic loss of one son, a tragedy that left the family in its very core, revealed festering issues that had been boiling for years. The patriarch expressed apologies for the conflicts that could not be worked out and hoped there had been more time and more patience to bridge the gaps that had developed. Peering into the future, the previously tightly knit Brown family members are now leading divergent lives. Some have sought solace in new relationships or individual ventures to ease the pain of a world that appears radically different from the one they had originally planned for themselves. The matriarch and his final surviving wife still struggle with the demons of their past as they search for purpose and harmony. Ultimately, the Brown family story remains a great reminder of how complexities are created in interpersonal relations, particularly where there are unconventional family structures. Their adventure, with their love, religiousness, tears, and indomitability, presents valuable insights regarding the problem of staying as one despite it all. Their stories are both a testament and a tribute to the resilience of the human spirit as each of them carves out their own futures. Meanwhile, Sister Wives fans have recently spotted something interesting: scars on David Woolley. Rumors quickly circulated. Did David Woolley have a tummy tuck? Photos appear to indicate that possibility, though there's still much to unravel. It's entirely possible that David underwent cosmetic surgery, and he wouldn't be the first reality TV personality to make changes to his appearance. In fact, if true, a tummy tuck would be one of the more common procedures. If you want to learn more about the situation, keep reading. Following a mid-season break, Sister Wives has returned, and the tone of the show has gotten much more emotional and raw. Following the tragic death of Garrison, the show was put on hold, but it has since returned to its regular weekly schedule. For the first time, fans saw the cast come out in the open and discuss Garrison's death. The episode was heart-wrenching and extremely hard to watch, yet through it all, fans have remained loyal to Christine Brown. David Woolley managed to make it there, but no appearance can really help assuage this type of grief. David and Christine had recently gotten married, and now, more than ever, they are relying on each other. To have someone to rely upon amidst such a difficult period made Christine feel slightly better. Celebs were seen spotting scars on David Woolley recently, raising the question of whether or not he had gotten a tummy tuck. A scar on David's stomach was noticed, and it just so happens to fall in line with the usual location of scars from a tummy tuck. One viewer posted, "Did anyone else catch this? I just so happened to notice it. Was David's stomach tucked?" It should be mentioned that in surgeries on the bladder or kidneys, surgeons sometimes make an incision from hip to hip. "It appears to be to me," the commenter went on. But seriously, he makes Christine so happy. Who cares? Unless it was achieved by a less conventional medical means, it didn't precisely resemble a tummy tuck. It certainly seemed to be a scar, but perhaps from another operation, perhaps something abdominal. Another reader speculated that the scar may have been inflamed when David jumped over a fence, possibly accounting for Christine's worry then. Whatever it is, it's certainly a scar, rather than a belt indentation, though it doesn't necessarily shout tummy tuck. It could just as well be due to another operation. There's also the possibility that it was merely an indentation from his jeans or belt. Nevertheless, supporters have spoken out. Even if David did have a tummy tuck, they wouldn't be bothered. David may have a scar that appears like a tummy tuck, but it's also possible that it resulted from another procedure, or something as simple as a belt mark. In either case, supporters appear to adore David and his relationship with Christine. They've been strictly positive and supportive. What's your take on the picture? The hit reality show Sister Wives, which follows the private lives of a polygamous family, has been entrancing viewers everywhere. So when observant viewers saw something suspicious about Christine Brown's new partner, David Woolley, during a recent show, it was the start of an online firestorm. Ever since the finding of a prominent scar on his stomach, speculation has been running wild. Was it a tummy tuck? Was the scar due to something else? Let's get into the details of the situation, exploring the potential explanations for the scar on David's body and how Sister Wives viewers have reacted. The atmosphere of Sister Wives has changed significantly since returning from its mid-season hiatus. The show has become much more raw and emotional, particularly after recent tragic occurrences. The break, precipitated by Garrison Brown's premature death, afforded the family an opportunity to mourn. This emotional hiatus permitted the show to delve deeper into some of its more intimate and tender moments. Because of this, the series has seemed more authentic than ever, the audience witnessing firsthand just how vulnerable the family really is as they come to terms with their grief. One of the highlights of the latest episodes has been Christine's tears of overwhelming grief over losing her son. Her new husband, David, has stood by her side throughout this very trying time, comforting and supporting her as she had to walk through such unimaginable suffering. Several fans have commented on how much closer the two have become, a relationship that only grew stronger after their recent wedding, providing Christine with a vital support group during her grieving. But even with all of the tear-jerking moments on the program, something else was on the radar of fans. In a way, the family probably did not anticipate. The scar that sparked speculation. During one of the more recent Sister Wives episodes, David Woolley was seen wearing a shirt that revealed a large scar across his stomach. The scar immediately drew attention, leading many to speculate whether David had undergone cosmetic surgery. At first glance, the scar resembled the kind often seen after a tummy tuck, a common procedure where excess abdominal skin is removed. But once fans got a closer look at the photos, some began wondering whether the scar had anything to do with a tummy tuck at all. Some speculated that the scar might have been caused by another kind of surgery, or perhaps it was just the mark of tight clothing or a belt. But still, the online chatter was mostly focused on the likelihood of cosmetic surgery. Fan reactions to the speculation. The response from Sister Wives viewers has been overwhelmingly positive. although some had differing opinions. Some wondered if David had decided to change his body, while others were quick to remind everyone that, at the end of the day, it's his body, his choice. Here's what some of his viewers had to say. "I saw the scar too. Who really cares?" It could have been due to a tummy tuck, but truly, the important thing is that David is a great fellow for Christine. That mark might have resulted from a medical procedure, though it's also possible it was caused by something else, like surgery for a medical condition. Either way, there's no judgment here. If David did have surgery, is it really such a big deal? If it helped boost his self-esteem, then good for him. At the end of the day, I'm just thrilled that Christine has found happiness. Whether or not he got surgery, it's really his affair, not ours. No matter what kind of scar it is, it's obvious that most people in the audience are strongly supporting David. Despite the fact that the scar got plenty of attention, the larger, more emotional arcs playing out on sister wives, such as Christine's healing and journey to love following the breakdown of her plural marriages to Cody Brown, are still the show's core. Theories about the scar, tummy tuck, or something else. A few viewers jumped to conclusions, but others had alternative suggestions for what could have created the scar. One theory was that David may have had surgery for a health reason that had nothing to do with physical looks. Fans reminded us that scars in the belly area tend to be the result of operations such as bladder or kidney procedures, and therefore an explanation for the noticeable cut was readily apparent. It should be noted, however, that David has not spoken publicly about any medical history behind the scar. Although all speculation at this time, another theory put forward by fans was that the mark might be merely a temporary print left by constricting clothing, like a belt or waistband. Although that theory did appear slightly less plausible to most, it was still mentioned in the debate. In the end, support remained strong. At the end of the day, the overall fan sentiment appears to be live and let live. The scar, whatever its origin, cosmetic surgery or otherwise, has not diminished the love and respect Christine's fans have for her new husband. The bigger picture, Christine and David's healing journey. Although David's scar was the source of much speculation, let's not forget the bigger story. Christine has suffered immense emotional hurt in the last few years. From the breakdown of her plural marriages to Cody Brown to the emotional fallout that followed. Despite it all, she's kept on her path toward healing and finding true love once again. Many thought it was not possible to find love once again after having gone through such a challenging chapter of life. For those who have watched Christine on Sister Wives, her marriage to David has been a beacon of hope. While Christine mourns the death of her son, David has been her source of strength, providing unyielding patience, compassion, and understanding. Their relationship is grounded in mutual respect and emotional support, and it appears to get stronger every day. Supporters have come out in their defense, seeing how much it means to Christine to have a partner who not only loves her, but also gets the special challenges she faces as a public figure. Most viewers are supporting this relationship because it's obvious. Christine's emotional recovery and David's unwavering support are what really count. The manner in which David appears for Christine, how they cause each other to feel seen, loved, and valued, far surpasses any speculation regarding physical appearance. Reality TV's influence on perceptions of appearance. The conversation regarding David's scar points out an underlying problem with reality TV culture: the preoccupation with appearance. Whether it's weight loss, cosmetic surgery, or just getting older, viewers of reality shows such as Sister Wives are quick to point out and criticize each physical change their favorite stars make, usually dwelling more on how people look than on their personal experiences or life transitions. Reality television provides a glimpse into the lives of everyday individuals, but also subjects them to harsh public criticism and unattainable beauty ideals. The gossip about whether David had a tummy tuck indicates just how quickly viewers leap into debate about looks, sometimes losing sight of the human behind the headlines. At the end of the day, though, it's worth recalling that these reality celebrities are human beings first, and whatever decisions they make about their bodies deserve respect and discretion. Continued support for David and Christine. One thing is certain. With all the talk about David's appearance, Sister Wives supporters have continued almost unanimously to back him and Christine. Following the emotional turmoil she went through with her initial marriage, viewers warmly welcomed her latest relationship, accepting the joy, healing, and true love that she has shared with David. The fans have also recognized that Christine deserves love, stability, and happiness following all that she has been through. For most, the greatest lesson from this long process is straightforward. David's existence has introduced authentic happiness into Christine's life. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for my channel to watch every day. Soon see